We're back, continuing where we left off, right into the witness testimony of Lotta Hart.
When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was, kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff.
You are a paranormal photographer.
Well, to be fair, paranormal covers a wide variety of things.
Way too many.
Aliens, monsters, ghosts.
Yet she's scared of ghosts.
Yeah, maybe she focuses on aliens or Loch Ness monsters.
Coward.
I mean, technically, the previous
Actually,
that last
no,
one
if I remember
actually-
correctly, that was what she was going for originally.
She was. Still a coward.
But I still managed to take my camera and put my camera and take a shot at Maya.
Doc, have you seen The Exorcist?
Not yet. It's on my list.
Well, maybe you'll understand the fear later.
Yeah, nothing sounds different from before. Especially since we know that ghosts exist in this universe and can take over bodies.
Well, they can only take over those of channelers, which there aren't that many of.
Yeah, but that's still more than one person. It's more than zero even.
Especially if, as this presents it, that the spirit can literally possess you and commit murder from beyond the grave.
They definitely can.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Struggle all you want. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting.
Okay, now there's definitely something here we either need to present on or press specifically. What did she say again?
All I could focus on was Maya.
Yeah.
That's not wrong.
Trying to get her the body. I feel like we want to press that a bit.
That does seem like a press.
I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but we don't lose anything pressing.
Yep.
Yeah. Then perhaps that. No,
Phoenix,
my God.
you
Phoenix. Phoenix. You could have at least said, maybe he was still alive. That would have been a more acceptable line of questioning.
Yes!
Well, I reckon that's possible.
No, can we stop?
If the body inside the room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Yep, stop.
Phoenix,
You
no.
deserve that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then wouldn't that mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead? And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it?
Phoenix, that was the worst line of questioning you could have went down.
Seriously.
I mean, if it counts for anything, I got told that I don't have a brain function, whatever that is. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff.
I think we want to ask about this more.
I mean, that's
Maybe. I don't think this will really get anything out of us, but maybe the blood could be something.
And even knowing that you still persist in being a paranormal photographer.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm getting out of your business. This gal's got to get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's even worse.
Please kill her now.
That's it. We have to kill her.
Honestly, very accurate metaphor.
True, she started off as something else. I forget initially.
She was a photographer for the lake, I remember.
Yeah, I think she was just looking for a hot scoop.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright?
I feel like the judge is genuinely asking.
Nice tag teams in stereo. Guess we should be grateful it's not in 5-1. I feel that's
definitely that's a stereo joke about. I think it's about the sound volume coming from left and right. Still managed to point.
Wait a second. I'm thinking back. Didn't she take 2 photos?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's only one here.
Well, let's press it first, and then I feel like.
Hey, how's that? Can we look at the information?
We want to look at.
Real quick. Okay, no, that's just a floor plan.
Yeah, we only have that photo.
Okay, yeah,
Well-
no, that's all I wanted to check. That's all I wanted to check. That's definitely a good point. Yeah, those are just floor plans.
So let's
I said-
press her.
Yeah, let's press it first. We might get something out of pressing it. Oh, see, the music
Two.
stopped.
Right?
Oh man, MJ Wright, 3 for 3.
I did not. I mean, that wasn't necessarily about being
the
right.
way you
That
said it is like, yeah, no, that is definitely correct.
you said. I didn't remember
what?
her saying anything about 2, so that was.
Well, no, she didn't. But when we kept going back to the flashbacks, there were 2 clicks, meaning 2 photos were taken.
2 shots.
You took 2 shots.
One of vodka, the other of tequila.
Yeah, but only one has been submitted as evidence.
It's hard. Where is the other picture you have been withholding?
This is gonna be like last time where she thought it would be useless, so.
No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil.
This is fucking stupid.
Well, at least she knows herself.
Then why have you not shown this other picture to this court yet? Well, in an office, the prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it.
Contempt of court.
That's literally witness tampering.
What? Yeah. What? I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So,
You both stroking out
God's
today?
karma.
Ms. Convermo, you're hiding critical evidence.
Really? Yep. Bad as your father.
You know, we gotta confront her because the judge is gonna back down if he doesn't.
Yeah.
I say fucking confront her. Don't leave it to the judge.
That's what I'm
With your
saying.
hands.
Same here,
That's what
same
we're saying.
Yeah. Your Honor, the defense asked that the prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well, yes. Me in contempt of court.
You're attacking the judge at several
You can't
intervals.
Be
That is,
serious.
you hid evidence from this court on purpose. That's.
I can't tell if he's like whimpering out or if he's just so flabbergasted. Oh, okay, it's flabbergasted.
Yeah.
It's flabbergasted, but he's also being stupid about saying it.
I mean, he's stupid about everything. That's kind of his MO.
And yet he still
He
gets the
does
job
kind
done.
of get carried through the cases.
Yep.
Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child?
Oops.
Mia did not approve of that.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all.
How could you see?
The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second?
Okay, that means there's gonna be some sort of critical difference with the second one.
I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
But we don't have stereoscopes.
What?
Yeah,
It's something from another attorney game. Never don't mind.
all right.
Okay, more trouble than it's worth. How can you say that?
With words.
If you want to see it so badly, I'll submit it.
We will take a look immediately upon. I mean, it's probably gonna do it right here. It's clearly not Mia
Yeah, that's
or Maya.
Yeah. Excuse me. Von Karma, do your eyes work?
What's this? What is this picture?
Hold on a second.
Actually, wait a minute. No, that's. No, don't even. Yeah, that's not even the same. Yeah, that.
Where's the bullet hole in the sleeve?
Yeah, that's not my
That's.
effect.
Also, okay. Also,
Faker.
we look at the profiles real quick.
I found you, faker.
The only faker here is you.
Yeah, doesn't that face look suspiciously similar?
Mm-hmm. Wait, but hold on a second. Deceased.
Yeah, because she's a ghost and she was inhabiting Maya Fey.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, we know.
Now,
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't think that's an actual defense, mind you.
I don't think it is either.
It depends on the game.
A ghost took over my client, sir.
I mean, they know it's a real thing.
I just want to make sure I'm getting that right.
They know it's a real thing, and I'll tell you this: everything's gonna get very complicated in the next game.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the crime scene.
Yes, but that is definitely something we should.
Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get from a nervous amateur. Well, I think the important point here is that the person in this picture, this is most definitely not Maya Fey.
So at least the judge isn't. He's not blind.
He's not blind, but I think Von Karma would easily correct that.
He's probably gonna say she was possessed.
We have a literal case of the same thing happening right now in this courtroom. To be fair,
yeah,
another deceased.
The weird thing is they don't understand what's going on. If they see it in person, they just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
I think there's a ways the prosecution can like sign this away, but
drop the issue. I feel like this is pretty obvious here.
I feel like we have to say it's not, but yeah, but I don't agree with it. And
I think it's the right way to go. See, the music stopped again.
I agree that's the right way to go. I just do not feel it in my soul. As you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, but her whole body is taking on a different appearance.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant.
Order, order, order.
It's all right here.
Fries, animal style.
We do that joke every time.
I know.
It's getting stale like your fries.
Damn it.
Well, yes, I believe you're correct, Mr. Wright. The person who's inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Yeah, we did not do it. I can tell just by her face.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Fucking softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Look at the prosecutor Von Karma's face.
Yeah, she knows.
God, she's a smug son of a bitch.
I mean, she has every right to be at this point. Phoenix is kind of being an idiot.
Yeah, this is like critical Phoenix dumbass.
Mr. Phoenix, right?
I'm sure. I think this is the dumbest Phoenix ever is in the games.
Yeah, like this is actually buffoonery.
Didn't he in one of the games like plead and beg and try to cover up his girlfriend who murdered someone?
That's in the next game. That's before he becomes a lawyer.
I mean, it's still his dumbest point.
Yeah, but I don't count it just because that's pre-lawyer. That's before he went.
No, it's like a lot before he like.
Let's save it for the next game. You'll enjoy the next game. I'll trust me on that.
Moving right along.
Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like to take a look at this picture.
Who took this picture?
It was taken yesterday at the detention center. Wait, that's illegal. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? What? Isn't this totally a different person? Ah! She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
To be fair, she's in the right line of questioning.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Judge, you've seen it like 3 times.
Well, to be fair,
I want to say more than 3. However, like, it's right here in this room, right now, with a 7-year-old girl.
However, it is true. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling.
Accurate. At least she has At least she has, like, the understanding of this power, because usually people outside of Phoenix's group do not get this.
Which is honestly points in my book.
Oh, yeah, it's me. I wonder if she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Taking pictures during private visit is illegal. Wow, they actually addressed that. I'm kind of surprised.
You know what? Fine. Hey, she's the good lawyer in this.
Wait, but she's already presented it to the judge. This is poisoning the well.
That picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously.
This picture is illegal.
But
I never intended to submit it as... You just did. You just submitted it to both the jury and the judge.
she's poisoning the well.
Yeah, this is poison. Well, the highest caliber.
From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine.
Because you did illegal.
After all, this image has now forever been burnt into...
Illegal.
Yeah, that's poisoning the well.
This is hyper illegal.
Hold her in contempt of court.
How is this not get... Everything she has done has been in contempt of court.
God, Von Karma, you suck. You are just a shitty prosecutor.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing. Even if somehow she was convicted now, Phoenix Wright can immediately move for a mistrial and for the trial to be thrown out on, grounds of what the prosecution did.
Yeah, like Phoenix wins right here. So, what do you, Mia? Come on, you were doing so good up until this point. What do you mean?
I don't claim to understand it. I still cannot believe it.
I think the judge is fucking stupid.
Are you saying that this person is the defendant, my FA?
If I give up here, the trial will end.
Phoenix, I would give up here at this point.
But if I still have to say something wrong, it will cost me.
Okay, I think this is where the bullet hole comes in.
Yes, this is where we prove it. Your Honor.
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all testimony up till now.
A contradiction? So, you think you spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep.
Bring out the jack. Yep,
Well, I have to choose the spot. It's gonna be. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I need
the sleeve.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that sleeve right there.
I don't think I have to pick the exact spot, but I hope.
Please direct your attention here.
Sorry,
I stole your brain. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
Exactly, which is why it's odd.
And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there?
Oh, yep, she's picked it up. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be well in this picture.
Read that wrong, but sure.
I mean, semantics.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
Alright, this should do some major damage to our argument. Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet.
Don't celebrate yet.
Yeah, you really like to bring down the mood, don't you?
Take a look, she's too calm.
He's smug again.
Damn you and your blue lipstick. Actually, it's coral blue number.
Gun again. I see, Your Honor.
I mean, technically a gun was involved.
I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As they didn't, I could have not have known this picture was any value to the case. Fucking gumshoe.
I mean, yeah,
I see.
If it was anyone other than Gumshoe, I'd argue it, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Gumshoe does have a habit.
Yeah.
He has a trend.
But let's be honest, she's very meticulous about these things, just like her father. She knows. She's just trying to salvage.
So is Edgeworth. We dealt with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, okay.
Her teeth.
Yep. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything.
You can't prove it. Apparently can read minds.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
on Karma's
technically a
idea of a
spirit, so I
perfect
think
case
she
is
would have
quite
something like that.
fascinating.
Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming.
Yeah, just
Wait,
pass
no,
the buck
please
off to
no.
someone else.
I heard that. I don't want to. Please no. She makes me walk on all fours and bark. I'll make sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at the next salary discussion.
Oof.
Poor Gumshoe.
Rip Gumshoe. From minimum wage to less than minimum wage. In any case, this is a very big problem.
She's got to start paying them.
Yeah. When the defender was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
They're just confused by the strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this shot, alright?
Oh, watch this, Maya.
That's Mia.
No, he wasn't referring to.
Yeah, he's saying, watch that, Maya.
Oh.
Yeah, for once, I got it right.
It's okay. If I make a mistake, it's fine.
The shooter is someone else.
I'd say the shooter is someone else.
Yeah, the first two don't really make sense. The picture was fake. We were right there.
Yeah.
The bullet hole's made
And
later.
let's be honest, if the picture was fake, that destroys our whole argument.
And then the bullet hole being made later doesn't make sense either.
In fact, it actually hurts our case.
Yeah. Like, the last one is the only one that helps us. The defendant's sleeve has a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether.
What?
Damn, sorry, this theme still does not hit as well as the other one.
No, but
Order.
still good.
Order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial.
If it makes you feel better, I think they go back to the original in the next game.
We'll see. Was that blood I saw in Phoenix?
She's lashing out.
No, I could have sworn there was a little red slice right in front of Phoenix's forehead.
There might have been. I didn't see it.
The defense's argument is a complete mess.
A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us.
Hey, witness. What the heck? Is everyone else gal favor?
Lotta's literally just been sitting there for the past half hour doing nothing. She's getting hit.
So can I leave this stand? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said there was only two of them when they entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip was the last thing you see.
That's threatening in court. You can't do that.
Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... I swear it was a lie or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix. Where did the defendant vanish to? Okay, Riddler. And where did this other woman appear from?
Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Real.
Well, if the person in the picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defend advantage to? And second, where did this person come from?
It's Cotton Eye Joe. I knew it.
He's the criminal.
We'll never catch him. That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright?
I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name.
That's how you know you're in real trouble when your mom says your full name.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
How am I supposed to prove something like this?
Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in it to turn things around even now?
Turn things around. Can we look at those? I'm sorry. That's not what I was thinking of, but okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, yeah, now you're thinking like Mia.
Okay, we need to turn things around and change her perspective.
Phoenix?
So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya hadn't left the room somewhere? Like, if that could prove that either one of those conditions is true.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you come up with. I need to get to my I need to get to my massage. I'm getting suntan today. Maya had left the room. I think that's the only option we can really go with because
We can't do it because the only way we know of that she left the room is with the key. You need the key for.
yeah, which she had the key.
Well, we were all at the front door.
Yeah,
Well,
she still had the key, so that still is, oh hey, there was a key that could be used to escape. That, if I remember correctly, didn't Pearl have it?
Pearl
Yeah.
gave it to us, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well-
if Pearl had the key to the room,
Well, I think she got it from somewhere else also. But this was not the same key used.
yeah, that means that there's a second key, which means that, someone else, that she could have left or someone else could have entered. So I think that we have to use Maya left the room.
But the problem is the only doorway that we know of, we were all just hanging out right outside. That's the one problem I have with that argument.
I honestly think it might be something I can't explain yet.
Wait, actually, maybe we're thinking of it wrong. What if there was only one key?
Well,
Maya
I
had the
think it
key
would-
when she
no, I
went
think-
in.
well, that's what the Phoenix is saying. Either someone... What
Because
happened?
here's the thing, Morgan had the first key that
But she
allowed us
gave
to
it to
get in and
Maya.
lock. Yes. But Pearl had in her possession another key somehow.
I'm wondering if it's not another key, if it's the same key.
I don't think it is.
Because we
well-
already have the assumption that there's probably a secret passage, I imagine.
Probably.
So,
Which could be a third person that enter it or something we just do not have the information on.
I'm thinking it's Maya left the room.
Oh my god. Going from one decision where like it could only be one thing to where it could honestly be any of these.
Well, I think it's only two, because we do have the key. I think we have the information we need. I think we need to go with...
Yes, but does the key only work for that one specific door or does it work for something else?
I mean,
As far as we know, it only works for that door.
Yeah, as far as
Yeah.
we know, it only works for that door. So even if we were to be talking about it like that, the key
I
might not
mean,
be
do
the
you
answer.
have-
Like the screen would be what I'm thinking of because
The
why
problem
is there a
the
bullet hole
screen-
down there?
The problem is the screen, she can easily just try to hand wave as, oh yeah, there were 2 shots fired from the gun.
Yes, but one went to her sleeve, one went to the screen, and another.
Well, no, one of those shots, the one that went through her sleeve, killed the dude. We could already confirm that by the blood splatter.
Okay, but if that was the case, that would mean it would have to come from behind her, because she would have been like what, facing him?
Yeah,
Hold on a
because basically the logic, if I remember correctly for this one, is the doctor shot at her, she grabbed the gun and then shot him.
But that would mean the shot she
And or
fired
he's-
went through him and then into the screen, which there's no blood splatter indicating.
Yes, but then you could argue that was just the knife that caused the blood splatter.
Either way, there had to be
Maya
2
had left
shots.
the room. Yeah, there was 2
Yeah.
shots and a knife wound.
I'm
the
actually
answer
stumped on this
is-
one. This could honestly be any of them.
I think the answer is Maya left the room.
I don't think that's the answer, but I did make a save state. Yeah, I mean,
Because I think it is easier for us to prove that she left rather than someone entered. Because we need to come up with a whole new person then. Oh, how foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming of foolishly foolish dreams.
I feel like this doesn't work.
Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. Chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room. It's the key. That's the only key.
It would
I
have
can
to be
think
the
of.
key. Yeah, like if this is the argument we're going to be making, it has to be the key. Okay. This seems to be on the right track then. Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
I feel like if you did this or the third person entering, I feel like both lines kind of lead to this.
They could.
The problem is you'd have to come up with who would have entered, and no one else. Everyone who was there at the facility was already accounted for.
No, there was one person that wasn't.
There was one person, but she was sick in one of the sick rooms, from what we know.
She was asleep,
Yeah.
from what we know.
Yeah, so you'd have to prove that she was lying about that, which is a whole other thing. But
We
well, I've seen
cannot
it. That's
prove
the
that.
channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one that's kind, after all. Oh, what kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, yes. Looks like she's catching on.
I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey had locked herself in, then the key would have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
Judge, come on.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Okay, so maybe it was just one.
Ah! Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it now?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time.
That's preposterous!
This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you.
No!
Unfortunately, we're not done. We still have no idea how things came to happen.
It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that the person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, the key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant is not possible. My perfect case. How's there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. I don't intend to lose here in a courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
Yeah, that's corruption.
That's enough. If you continue if you'd like to continue, do so in the lobby. Courtroom will now reconvene at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is all. Court adjourned. I have a suntan to get.
You've said like 3 different things you had to get to.
Got a lot of appointments.
Yes, it's a busy day.
We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Later.